YouTube, what I do to Down Home News TV. I am Dre, and I woke up this morning scrolling through YouTube, and this video came across my timeline or algorithm thingy, whatever y'all call it. Had my stomach turning a little bit. People, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I try to listen to all sides of the stories when it comes to the world we're living in and the projection of America. I love America. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Best country in the world, I believe, my opinion, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But this video is coming from the man, Jesse Lee Peterson, and I don't think we're not gonna get any laughs in today because the title of this video is Two Reasons Why America Isn't Coming Back. Jesse Lee Peterson. Let's check this out, what Mr. Peterson has to say. Hopefully it ain't too horrible. I'm optimistic though. I think things will get better, but we'll see what Mr. Peterson has to say about it.
I have said over and over and over and over and over again and again and again that my country is not coming back. America is never coming back. And America is never coming back for so many reasons. Really. I mean, so many things has happened to make sure the country never returns. And one of the primary things that has happened and it is happening that will assure that America never return. It just ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Well, we got a little chuckle in, but let's continue.
For me to love you, if you don't let me, ain't no way America's gonna turn around. The number one reason, and it appears to be supported by nearly all people in America. I can't even separate the men from the women or the Republican from conservative, Christian from non-Christian. There appears, and I could be wrong, except for a few, not all, but most, that it is in agreement that this way that America never return is that men are under attack. There is a conservative effort to get rid of men, get rid of them, make them act different, be different, think different, take away the jobs from them, degrade them if they dare try to speak up, or dare try to defend themselves, or dare try to get a job. And that agreement is agreed by all, or not all, but most. And it doesn't matter which party you belong to. There is a strong conservative effort, and not just the white man they're trying to get rid. They are trying to get rid of men, period, and they're doing a good job of it. They're going to pay attention to how the average man think today. There's no separation between the way he think and the woman think. And they don't want to be conservative effort, right? And they don't what? Concerted effort, whatever. And they don't want to be reminded that they think and feel and do exactly what women do to themselves and to others. Men don't even understand at all what it means to be a leader. Zero. And you hear them talk about, oh, I'm the head of the woman. I made the woman. That's all they ever talk about, women. There's way much more to life than that. You get yourself right, you're going to be able to be, to God, to live in the right way, period. But the men are now focused on, I'm just head of the woman. I tell the woman what to do. And no, you don't. But there's not a strong effort to encourage men to go back to being themselves. And this is by everybody, the liberal media, conservative media. And if you do speak up for men, you are attacked as though you spoke up for the KKK or Hitler. And so, because of that, that's number one reason men never, the country's never coming back. There's no leadership anymore, there's no head. And just because you say the woman can lead, that doesn't mean it's true. It ain't true. It ain't going to be true. It ain't going to never be true. It can't be true. It won't be true. It's never going to be true. Things going to only get worse. Mark my word. It can't get better with a false leader. But men are under attack today, even by.
I had to cut him off, but it makes me think of Europe. I'm not saying there's necessarily anything wrong with it, but I want to say Europe has, was it Australia? A woman leader? Germany? Merkel? I don't know if she's still in power, but they got that parliamentary system over there. But it seems like there is a push for more women leaders. I can understand that from a woman's point of view. I'm pretty sure they would like to see more women held in higher offices when it comes to running governments. But I know Jesse Lee Peterson mentioned this in previous videos I watched, that women aren't meant to lead. I don't know if it's true, but he's a big Bible guy, God-fearing person, I'm assuming. I think he's a pastor too, preacher, pastor. And he's just going based off biblical scriptures to the reasons why he believes women should not be leading nations. But I know they say you're supposed to evolve as time goes on, but I don't know. Can there be good women leaders? I'm pretty sure. But what was it back in the day, the Roman times, I want to say, possibly, they would take out the men and the firstborn and kind of coerce the women into joining the conqueror's side, because women, I guess you could say back in those days, were more controllable and would go along with it. And the way men, let me just get this out, but continuing on, and typically women could actually overshadow the men because of, men want women, and men will ultimately listen to their wives and things of that nature. But yeah, I don't know, a little tangent, but let's continue.
Other men, because they have the mindset of the mother of the woman. They're jealous, envy, strife, suicidal thought, loneliness, looking for love in all the wrong places. So number one, men are, it's bad too. It's just like really bad. It's like real bad. It's like the attack on men and the men who have accepted it and are going along with attacking other men to make sure they stay in the same category they're in, father state, is bad. But anyway, so that's number one. Number two is government takeover. The government literally control the people now. I want you to think about this. The government is a body of human beings with no no soul, with evil natures. People like Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, Sheila Jackson Lee. She did. Um, the men that's running the government now. Uh, um, all those stupid people, Alexander Cortez and others. Those people are now telling you 100% what you can and cannot do in your own life, in your own home, and in your own life.
Makes me think of Civil War stories here in America. Is this what the South was afraid of when it came to the federal government trying to encroach on every aspect of our life? I know they say it was about slavery and things of that, but also forcing a new way of life on the South. Like I said, I'm just trying to look at it from both perspectives to those that'll get out there and be like, oh my gosh, you Uncle Tom, blah, blah, blah. Even though Uncle Tom was the hero. But yeah, is that what y'all think the South was afraid of? But I don't know, it just popped up in my head. Let's continue.
And they can now arrest you even if you have not done anything. They can claim that you did, and the people fall for it and they agree to the government. A bunch of evil, wicked at heart people tell them what to do. They tell them, we're going to take your money and we're going to build a house for the homeless. Homeless people that don't even want to live in a house. And if you put them in a house, they're going to destroy it. Our tax dollars. And the people are like, oh yeah, the unhouses. The government changed the name. Anything that makes you feel good. And you fall for it. You're saying to a bunch of evil people, I want you to rule over me. And they're like, think about that. It's amazing. It's bad, and that's bad too because the government now control every aspect of your life. You have Camilla Harris running, for, quote unquote, running for president. All she does is laugh and give fake talks. That's all she does. Laugh and give fake talk. And that little male that's running with her, I don't know what's up with him. I don't know what's up with him. And there are people who are considering voting for her. Do you now know that my country is not coming back? Do you now know that my country is not coming back?
Another thing that popped up in my mind. I was at work the other day. I do a little retail on the side, and this lady comes to check out, black lady, and for some reason, I don't know, she was just saying there's racism in all forms. That was the first thing she said to me. And I was like, what are you talking about? Something happened? Because I was thinking there's a major situation that happened in the news cycle, and I was at work. I didn't get a chance to hear about it. And she just went on to say that I was just all types of forms, and if Trump gets in office, it's going to be really bad. I was like, oh my goodness. How did that go from one end to the other? I'm thinking something else. She changed it around, but if that's the marketing technique of getting blacks to vote for Kamala, it's not a good marketing approach. But no offense to the lady. So we continue talking, and I was just like, "You really think so? Racism will be worse?" She was like, "It was bad when he was in office," and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, but do you think it'll be even worse if he gets back in?" She was like, "Oh, I know for sure it's gonna be worse and things of that nature." But I don't know. It was a weird conversation overall, just how it all started, and yeah. Let's get back into Mr. Peterson. No homo. Pause. No diddy.
And I can go on and on and on. But knowing that the American people is in agreement with the government, think about Ilian Omar and Cortez and uh, and the Republicans. Not all, but most of them. All these Republican women running for office, and you can't wait to vote for them. You're voting for your own destruction. It is we. It's no longer we the people. It's we the government. The government controlling every aspect of your life, and you're okay with that. I guess you've forgotten that it's we the people, not we the government, and you're just accustomed to it now. I guess, and that's why we have communist socialism in America because the people don't care. They go along with it.
I didn't mean to cut him off, but it's a pretty funny story. But when I was in high school, we used to listen to the Pledge of Allegiance in the morning, and I was tired this one morning, and I was like, I'm just keep my head down while the pledge was going on, and I got chewed out by one of my teachers. He was my football coach too. He was like, I don't even want to see your face for the rest of the day. And then I was talking to this one lady, and I mentioned it. So let me just go back. I was Colin Kaepernick before Colin Kaepernick took a knee. I'm joking, but I was talking to this one lady. She's a teacher as well, and she worked with the teacher that I was mentioning. I said he didn't want to see my face and all that stuff because I didn't stand up and say the pledge. And I was getting to a real deep conversation. I was just asking her about the situation here, like Mr. Peterson was talking about, and she was basically saying, well, if he wants to keep his job, he's not gonna say too much about it. Certain, I'm not gonna get into the details of what it was actually discussing, but that's basically the gist of it. And I've been on a few dates with some women and was discussing things like that, and basically same output. You want to keep your job, just go along with the flow, go along to get along, and that's how we end up in bad situations. But what can we do about it, people? What can we do?
And then they cry, and then they cry because now they realize, you know what? Not only do I not have control of my life within, I don't even have control of my life without. Think about this. You have a chance of voting in Donald Trump. And I say Donald Trump separate from the Republican Party because he is totally different than any of them at all. A man who have proven that he can make America function in its physical way, not for your spirit, but in the physical way. He can take care of the job to make America function for the good of the American people. But someone tell you, oh, he cheated on his wife. He this and he that. He hateful, he that. And you believe it, whether it's true or not, and go along with it. Coming from
I didn't mean to cut him off, but I'm not sure if I mentioned this in another video, but I hear a lot of commentators speaking about how he did cheat on his wife, but they never mention the, I think it's $1.8 billion of sexual allegation funds that Congress has put to the side. And I'm not 100% sure if they actually paid that amount of money out, but I have like a little slush fund just for situations like that, but that never gets brought up. I mean, you'll see a little blimp about it in the media, like one of those things that scroll by real fast. But yeah, it's just one-sided.
other liars because you're not a free thinker. My country is gone.
Oh, don't say that, Jesse Lee. Don't say that, Jesse Lee. We still got opportunity, I believe. I'm optimistic. Things will change, get better for the people. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this video. Mr. Peterson and his comments, his 2 cents. Very disheartening to hear that on this Sunday morning. I was hoping for a little optimism, but hopefully things will change. I'm pretty optimistic things will get better. Down Home News TV, I am Dre. Y'all have a good Sunday.